got some Jose Cuervo, you got some Douce in your office drawer right now, and you take some chugs of it before, and then you put some of those mouthwash in your mouth and everything, so you try to cover it up with mouthwash. Everybody can see your slippers hanging. Okay, so to get out, it requires one to get uncomfortable, to get past the plateau of complacency and complicitness. When you get complicit, you've already made your decision. When you say that's how we always done it, you already made your decision. You're not going to change. And guess what? That part is already fallen into the water. When are we going to respect each other? Yes, we know the FBAs was here first. We also know that everybody's life is important to God. What are you willing to bring to life? What do you believe? Like, for real, what do you believe? Are you living it out every day? It's time to operate in it now. You can change the world with the one thing that you do that lights up the world. Fight for your dream or hurting none. God said you could build whatever you want as long as you don't hurt yourself or nobody else. We've learned a lot in the last few weeks. Miss Good is gone and Alex is gone. Don't ever forget. As well as Miss Bland, as well as Michael Brown, as well as Jamal Rice. He was just a little kid playing on the playground. That's all I'm saying. Do what is right for you. No one lives your life but you. Be sovereign. Don't let nobody control you. Think for yourself. And if you protect those that can't and don't know how to protect themselves, children and elderly, do so by any means necessary. Bring your dream to life no matter what you see in front of you. May the force be with you as you go in power. As you go, and may the power of God be with you in your heart as you move. There are some freebies and a link to my podcast with the Women's Leveling Up that was done in May. Don't forget about May 25, and don't forget about my podcast that was just done on Unchurched. Talking about what happens when you keep your faith, but you leave the organization, but you keep that connection with God. Because a relationship with God is called spirituality. It's not called religion. And don't forget about the magazines I was in September, October, December, January, and February. I was on the cover. Hush your fuss to get on the bus. Look in the description below to find the things that truly light you up and leave everything else behind. I can't wait to talk to you soon. Remember, I placed a link to my own personal bookstore. My books incorporate the essence of God. If you want to feel the presence of God, read In the Garden with the Father, Understanding True Intimacy, no matter what's going on. What's going on? Come on, Marvin Gaye. What's going on? Ooh. Page 64. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to blow your mind and set you high on display. It's time for me to show who I really am in this world. Watch me blow your mind. And those praying for your downfall, watch me. Now watch me now. Hey, now watch me now. Hey, now watch me now. Come on, God, watch me now. Hey, now watch me now. Hey. God is so good. Every time I read it. Don't forget about my other two books, Befriending Shadow, Unshakable Peace, Unstoppable Change. Both of those books are shadow activity books. I didn't see any on the market. And God said, go ahead and make it. And I said, well, say less. So it has a word of knowledge, just like that. And it has some exercises, and they scavenger hunts in there, at least 3. So just in case you in isolation and you by yourself, you can have fun right by yourself, because I had fun. Then you have some shadow questions, not so fun because they're in your face. All right, they're right in your face. Then you have a color page. The color page, God asked them to keep between the age of 5 and 10, because most childhood wounding happens between the age of 5 and 10. Then, my God, I thank you, God. Have between the age of 5 and 10, because the people that were supposed to protect you weren't there to protect you, because didn't nobody protect you. It's just God was giving me some special information. They were here to protect you because nobody protected them, so they didn't know how to protect you. Release them. And if you have to walk away from them, do so. Do what is right for you. Nobody lives your life with you. Don't judge yourself. Be free. Release them in love. Release yourself and keep on moving, okay? Then, and then by the age of 7, it is solidified in yourself, in your system. By the age of 10, it is really in your system. By the age of 21 and 25, it is your responsibility now to come out because you are considered an adult now. And so it's your responsibility because right then you know everything and can't nobody tell you nothing. You can't tell me this. Come on, Kanye West, can't tell me that. So we leaving you to figure it out because you won't listen to nobody, okay? And don't forget about my other 2 books that's already on the New York Times bestseller list. Influence and Impact with Chris Voss. That's going too long. Okay, and Mindset Matters with Jack Canfield. You can pick up those books anywhere books are sold. Okay, God is good and His mercy endureth forever. And don't forget about my special bookstore that's on Books 5. On that bookstore is the deep, dark things that nobody wants to talk about, that you're ashamed to talk about. The Thanoses in your life, yes, and how to fight the Thanoses in your life. I had to fight 10 Thanoses in the spirit realm by myself. There were so many people in that room with me that night, and I thought it was just a dream. At the time, I was over on TikTok, and I thought it was just a dream. It was people that I seen on TikTok, and I thought it was just a dream. And next thing I know, lights was just going out. Lights was just going out. And I remember this young man, I do not remember his name, but he was really known on TikTok. And he was battling some with his kidneys or his liver, something he was dealing with. I'm not quite sure. And we was in that room, we was fighting, we was going at it. Next thing I know, he said, keep going, you got this, I'm tired. And I said no, and before I could say no, he was gone. And I thought it was just a dream. And so I got on TikTok and it was like, rest in peace. And I said, oh my God, that was real? So some of these dreams is real. We dealing with Freddy Krueger out here in these streets. So then I said, oh my God, this is a whole nother level now. So I was just like, man. So yeah. So God don't care none about your background. God knows everything about you, everything from the booth in the back of the dark. And God still loves everything about you. Do you hear me? God still loves everything about you. So love yourself too. Okay. And then there's notebooks and journals for all, coloring books that help in meditating and recalibrating your mind, nothing like a grown person coloring. I'm excited about this venture because I have my own special bookstore, as I just stated. Check it out. Don't forget about the link to the 105 spiritual laws. We're no longer underneath the law. We're underneath love and grace. When Jesus came, you could say he was fake. You could say he was an archetype. You could say he was a prophet. Whatever you want to say. I know when I say his name, people start tripping. Real hard. But you can't cast out the strong man if they love it. Because, you know, the strong man helped them manipulate people, so they don't want to let it go. So, honey, let me tell you something. Jesus gave us love and grace. So, first of all, the disciple says, how many times will I forgive my brother? 7 times. You said no, 7 times 7. And then he said the Lord's Prayer, forgive me of my debts as I forgive my debtors. But let's talk about it. Jesus took it even further. Look at the allegory. When Judas betrayed Jesus, did you see him anymore? So once you find your Judas, you release them. You put up the wall. Boop. You don't see them no more. Mr. Whistler's on the other side. You ain't got to worry about them no more. Then you forgive yourself. You know what? I forgive myself because I didn't know. I was following everything I saw my ancestors do. I was following everything I seen the whole world do. I was following what I seen in the church because that's where I grew up at. And everything was just blind leading the blind. So you know what, God? I'm going your way. I'm doing what I hear you say, and I change. And I forgive them, not for them. I forgive them for me. Because if I don't forgive them, I'm not going anywhere. And if I don't go anywhere, that means I am in utter darkness where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. Okay? So I'm moving on, and I'm going further. And then grace. Grace is God's willingness to get involved with human affairs. That means God will reach down and pull you out of your mess. I told God, if you got me in a secret mission and I done forgot and I'm in deep cover like Mob Deep and I done forgot that I'm down here, pull me out of that situation. God said, say less because I don't put too much in you. Don't forget to sign up for the newsletter. Don't forget because it's some juicy updates, a lot of upcoming events coming. Don't forget about the adjective and the 400 page PDF. You put them together. You change your Sims character to this Sims game because this ain't nothing but a hologram. How you can live how you want to. You can change your mind whenever you're ready. Look at the link for my new school app. I got some things started over there. Come hang out with me. I was inducted into the new class of Who's Who for 2025, Influential Women 2025, and Women's Worldwide. God was giving out gifts, and I was like, enlarge my territory. What? I was like, I'm like, Jadez, I asked for it. I ain't finna run, because it showed up. Not I said the cat. So then I was, so then look what I received in 2017 for the work I was doing with my nonprofit. Child, yes, I was doing some great work and still doing it. I just had to take a break while I came over here for a minute because God got me on another mission. Okay. God will put you on a whole bunch of missions, just like when he took Elijah and he took him and put him all on them different missions. And guess what that does? That allows you to see things differently. And when God puts you all on them different missions, guess what? He do it for one, he'll do it for all. That's why you don't need to stay in the same place all the time. Okay. 10 on the clock. Okay. So let's go there for a minute. So what was I doing in the nonprofit? I was helping women and teenage girls come out of sex trafficking. I had a lot of help, but then I looked up and everybody was gone. They were helping somebody else with a bigger name. And then God said, don't worry about it. Keep going. I said, say less. Then I was helping out young girls that came out and said they were LGBTQAI. And then I was helping girls out that came out and said they were pregnant and they family kicked them out. I said, nah, I'm taking out too many girls out the streets. They was like, what? I said, don't worry about it. Give it to them. So I asked them, do you want to stay with me in this building or you want to go to the team building? They went to the team building. Then I was helping women that was in domestic violence situation. And so I asked them, and so we lost 2 women because they went back more than once. And you know what? Everybody's addicted to something. We got people that's addicted to smoking cigarettes and their lung is about to collapse. And they are smoking still with an oxygen tank. And then we have people that's smoking weed and they go to the emergency room because they throwing up and don't know why. Find out it's the weed. And the doctor say lay off for 3 days and they don't. They take the medicine and still smoking the weed. Then we got people that go to the gym 5 times a day, not a week. And then we have people that's working out 3 to 5 times a day. Okay. But are they working on the inside? Don't know. It ain't my business. Okay. Then on top of that, I was helping out people that lost their houses in fires and floods. And people knew I had a nonprofit. They were always giving me stuff. So it got to the point where I had to put it in the storage unit. Okay. And then so people would come and I said, how many rooms you got? And they tell me. I said, only take what you need. And then I would give them toiletry bags. Then I would give them the women in toiletry bags. And I would give them fingernail polish and fingernail polish remover so they could paint their nails and relax. Because in order to paint your nails, you got to get still. Right. Okay. And then I was helped out. I helped out some families for Thanksgiving and Christmas. I put it on social media that I wanted to help out at least 2 families for Thanksgiving and Christmas. A young lady reached out. I said, great. And so I made sure, so I found out what she needed. I went to honey baked ham. That's my budget. And then I also got them $150 worth of groceries and delivered it. Then I found out some people needed help for Christmas, and I found out what their kids needed. I bought the kids 2 gifts each per child, and then I gave them honey baked ham. That's my budget. And then I gave them $150 worth of groceries. I had to stick with my budget was so I can make it spread, okay? Because I want to help as many people as possible. And then I also helped, like 3 months later, I helped 2 women go to therapy for 3 to 6 months. And then I also paid for them to get a $250 worth of groceries or $150 worth of groceries. You can see it on my website at www.rwt as in Tom, C as in Charlie.org. God said, whatever you do in the dark, whatever you do in private, he will reward you in public. I didn't do no fanfare. I put it on my website and that's it. Okay? Because everybody don't want all their business known. You know, when we showboating and showing everybody what we're doing, everybody don't need their business known like that. Just put it on your website. If people want to see it, they can go to your website, okay? Be respectful of people. Because not everybody wants people to know they went and got that. It could be embarrassing for people, okay? Let people keep their proof, okay? God is faithful, and I'm thankful for everything I am. God is so good, and His mercy endures forever. Don't forget to look at the link to receive 25% off your first order. This is the company I use along with all natural remedies for the assistance during the battle I had